The second half, pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go play action now. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this. Until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. On second down, here's Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
21, here we go.
Toss play to McKinnon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good point.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The former Seahawk and former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run once more with McKinnon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Single. Like 20. 180. 12. Go ahead. Watch the motion. Yes.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. The veteran Byron Maxwell forcing the incompletion.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now Rashad Penny, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On third down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's fielded at the 34. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
21. Here we go. Go ahead.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
6.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Go ahead.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Again, it's Penny. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson completes it to Dixon. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, a 22. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Wilson now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here.
Let's go, 14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, 3rd and goal. Now Wilson operating from the gun. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And Janikowski bangs it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
12.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
4th and inches, does he get the first? You bet he does. He knows exactly where he needs to be, and he's going to fight his way forward to get a couple of yards and ensure he keeps the chains moving.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. Finding some room at midfield. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
11. Hey, go. 65.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They keep it with Penny on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's get it.
A handoff to Penny. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
go. Okay, you bugging. Look. Go. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you bugging. Look. Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booger bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even me that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper, had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, that on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon, I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides I can shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presents in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a penny hoe.
Rub your empty your pocket. I don't do that. You're my prisoner. You do what I tell you to. Get over it. Who's gonna get this?
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the know the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. Them play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I'm a I am. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her. My line right now.